Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy Dan, aka aDrive. Bringing you guys week 9 of the GBA, the New York Metapods are taking on Lars, Scizor, and the Borussia Donphan. If you guys are hyped for this match, show you loving that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Definitely be sure to check out Lars' channel in the description below. This is like the 5th time we've played in the last 2 seasons, and it's always a fun match. We were able to beat him last time 3-0. This match, I'm going to be straight up with you guys. If you haven't checked out the team builder, definitely do that, but I definitely hastily prepared pretty quickly. You guys are going to see this the day after my wedding, but it's 4 days for my wedding. We are in crunch time, and I'll be honest, the GBA is just not on my mind, but nevertheless, we're going to try to have fun here and hopefully come out with a W, not get 6-0'd. That would be absolutely marvelous. We do have a question of the day today. What item do you want to see added into Pokemon Sun and Moon? Let me know in the comments section below. So let me get connected here with my friend Lars, and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, here we are. We are connected with Lars. We're going to see what team he's bringing. I'm expecting definitely the Scizor, Lando, Shaman. We'll see what else he brings. Brings the Vaporeon, brings the Hitmonlee, brings the Alakazam. Thankfully, does not bring Crawdons. He brings that Vaporeon, though, which I did think was going to be a problem, which is why I have Trick on my Gourgeist. He's got Hitmonlee, no Shaman, though. After all my prep for Shaman, he doesn't even bring it. I'm actually very surprised about that because I was really worried about Shaman, but that's okay. He's got Hitmonlee. I think I got everything else right. So Vaporeon, Druddigon, very surprised no Shaman, very surprised, but I'm actually glad. Vaporeon, he does bring the Alakazam, which is fine, and he does bring Druddigon. So Druddigon is his Victini switch in. Okay, so in terms of my leads here, actually, Altaria matches up really well against a lot of his team, except for Scizor. So if he were to lead with Scizor, I would have to switch out. But otherwise, it's a great opportunity for me to Mega Evolve and get off a Hyper Voice, as it does hit pretty much everything on his team. If he were to lead with something other than Scizor, you know, that's problematic. But I actually really do like the Altaria lead. I think that's a great decision. He doesn't look like he has any sort of Stealth Rocker aside from Druddigon. He could also lead with Landorus, but other leads, he could lead with Landorus, try to U-turn out. Could do a number of different things, but I do think that my Altaria lead here is very good because its primary purpose is going to be to take on that Druddigon and hopefully break some holes in his team. So let's just go with that. Let's roll with it and we'll see what happens here. That Hitmonlee probably has knockoff. It's probably got the, it might be the fake out set. We do have Gourgeist though, so he might be actually fearing his Hitmonlee's usage. And once I get rid of Druddigon, it looks like Victini actually can put in a good amount of work. You know, he's got the Vaporeon, but I have Trick and stuff, so we'll see what happens here. Hoping he does not leave with Scizor. He does leave with Spiky Mikey. That is absolutely best case scenario for me. That means I get to fire off a big Hyper Voice here with no objections. Nothing can stop me from firing off this Hyper Voice. Now, here is a tough decision for me to make because I can make a prediction here and go for a Fire Blast and try to catch that Scizor coming in. But standard Hyper Voice here should knock him out. He could also Gunk Shot me, which would be very scary because if he's offensive, he'd knock me out, but I really don't anticipate an offensive variant. With Sheer Force, I don't really think that would happen. So I know I could take a Gunk Shot. Hyper Voice would knock him out. If he goes into Scizor here, that is problematic because I lose some momentum. I'd have to switch out on the Scizor. He could be banded, so that's a little bit scary. Fire Blast would knock him out if he went into Scizor here. I think my safest play is just to go for that Hyper Voice. As much as I think that he would be going into his Scizor here, I think I gotta go for Hyper Voice. I really want to go for Fire Blast, but I think I gotta go for the Hyper Voice here on the first turn. I could also Cotton Guard, predicting the switch, but I'm thinking the Hyper Voice makes the most sense. If he goes into his Scizor here, then that's just a good play, but I don't want to risk it. He is going to switch here. I didn't want to risk the Fire Blast. He might make a neutral play and go to Vaporeon. He goes to Vaporeon, which is going to be that Vaporeon, so he does make the neutral play here. This should do a tremendous amount regardless. We are not really offensive, but I don't really anticipate this Vaporeon wanting to take this. It's going to do about 40%, it looks like, depending on his spread. We'll fire out this Hyper Voice here. We're going to see. Does do about that. He has leftovers, so we do get some intel there. He's lefties, and we don't really know much else about this Vaporeon. Now, I'm a very bulky variant, so I'm thinking I could just go for a Hyper Voice again. Really no reason not to. He could just go for a Wish here. This would be an opportunity for me to go to my Galvantula. Galvantula could put some pressure on him if I wanted to. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to go for the Hyper Voice, kind of see what he wants to do. If he goes for the Wish, that's fine. I kind of want to scout out this Vaporeon set. He could have Ice Beam. He could also have, obviously, Scald. I'm expecting him to be more of a support set. But here comes our Hyper Voice here. We'll see how much this does. Again, looks like we're just short of a 3 KO. He's going to go for the Icy Wind here. So we see Icy Wind, Vaporeon. I know I could take that. You're going to see how little that does to us. We have a lot of bulk. He actually gets the speed drop. Not a big deal, though. And he's got, this is a close situation here. I think he actually does live our next Hyper Voice though if I go for it. I'm thinking he's gonna go for a Protect here. So this is gonna be my switch here into Aragog. I think this is my better play. A little risky because I don't want to burn my Focus Sash. Let's go into Voltergeist actually. I think Voltergeist is a great switch in here. Let's do that. I'm mostly physically bulky, but I could switch this thing in. I could put some pressure on him, go for a Volt Switch. If he goes into his Landorus, that's fine. I've also got the opportunity to fire off a Hydro Pump, so we've got a couple different chances there. And I've got the Pain Split too, so that's okay. I don't want to lose my Focus Sash this early in the match. But I think he might go for a Protect here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Either a Wish or Protect. I don't know if he can live another Hyper Voice here, so we'll see what he's gonna do. But we're gonna go into our Voltergeist because I know I'm super bulky. I know I can live any hit. He is gonna just go for that Wish. Now, he could go into his Landorus here, predicting an Electric-type move, which is what I'm thinking he's likely to do, is go into that Landorus. So what I'm going to do, actually, so I think I'm going to fire off a, let's see here, against Landorus. If I go for, I know he's got Water Absorb, but if I go for a Hydro Pump, we actually do have a chance to knock out the Landorus. So I'm thinking I should go for it. I think I should go for that Hydro Pump here, because I really lose nothing. Volt Switch isn't gonna, he would Protect anyway, so I'm thinking he might go into Druddigon as well to get those rocks up. I can Volt Switch out on that though. Let's go for that Hydro Pump, see what he's gonna do here. Whether he's gonna switch out, whether he's gonna Protect. I don't think he's gonna Protect though. I think he probably, he's got Scald as one of his moves. Scald, Icy Wind, Wish, I'm assuming. I'm gonna put Scald with a question mark, but I'm thinking that's probably what I'll do. So I'll go for the Hydro Pump here. We do have a chance most likely to knock out the Landorus if that's the decision he makes. If he does not have Protect, he is going to have to switch out here. Now, Druddigon would be a great switch for him, and that would probably be his best switch here. But he might not want me to get momentum with Volt Switch, because I could go right out into something that, like Altaria again, and start to put some pressure on him. So, a couple different instances there, but we'll see what he's going to do. I do like my Gourgeist, though, having the ability to trick a Scarf onto something, so that could be really useful. We've also got the Destiny Bond, which is nice. That will allow us to potentially take out the Druddigon or something like that. Maybe even the Vaporeon. He is going to stay in and take this Hydro Pump, get the heal. So he makes a bold prediction there and stays right in and does go for the Scald. So we see that Scald is his third move. Not sure what his fourth move is. And will he get the burn? He does indeed get a burn there. So quite unfortunate for me. He's going to get the Wish and he's going to heal himself back up to full. Now, I don't know what this Vaporeon's last move is. I don't know if it's Willow. I don't know if it's Heal Bell. I don't know what it is. But I think my best play here is indeed to go for the Will-O-Wisp. I think burning this thing or burning anything on his team is going to be useful. And I know he really can't do much to me. So I want to burn something here. Now, had I gone for a Volt Switch there, I don't think it would have knocked him out, to be honest. I'm going to look just out of curiosity, because that would have been a misplay. It would have been close. I actually probably could have knocked him out with a Volt Switch. He probably predicted that. So good play on his part. I probably should have just Volt Switch, but that's okay. Hindsight's 20/20, right? So I'm gonna go for that Willow, try to get a burn off on something. It would be beautiful to burn the Druddigon. He is gonna switch here, so I will get this burn off on something. It's likely to be the Druddigon. Here comes Spiky Mikey, so he wants to get his Stealth Rocks up. Luckily for me, I'm gonna be able to get a burn off here on Spiky Mikey. With this Will-O-Wisp, we do connect, which is beautiful, meaning I can switch pretty much anything into this thing without any concerns. Like, I don't have to worry too much about this this Druddigon being offensive. Now, obviously, he has an opportunity now to get up his Stealth Rocks. And my play here is simply to Volt Switch out into Altaria. It's really my only play, because I don't really have much to threaten this thing. So I am going to do just that. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch here, as I don't really have anything to hit this thing with. But I will be able to get a Volt Switch off here. I can go straight into my Altaria. He is going to get his rocks up, which is quite unfortunate. But I gotta put some pressure on this thing and try to knock him out. So I think that's what my play is going to be, is to go into my Nimbus here. I don't want to go into my Victini yet. I can go into Jack. Jack can take anything from this guy. It's not really going to do... And I can actually trick him and try to whittle this thing down. Having the Scarf isn't as important. So getting a trick off would be really nice on this guy, because I know he's going to go for the Stealth Rocks on this turn. Let's keep the pressure on with Nimbus. Let's keep the pressure on with Nimbus. We'll go into our Altaria here. I'm sure he's just going to go for Stealth Rocks. And that's exactly what he does. So he gets his rocks up, which is something I anticipated to happen. I knew he was going to prioritize rocks. They're very good against my team. We see leftovers, actually, on his Druddigon. So he's not Rocky Helmet. He's actually leftovers. So very, very interesting to see there. He's going to take some burn damage here. Now I have a couple different opportunities. I can make a double out of here and try to get into my Victini, but that seems a bit risky. I think I just got to go for the Hyper Voice and try to start to weaken some stuff here, but it's a little tough. He's got a very good defensive core here that I'm going to have a hard time breaking down. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to go into Jack. I gotta cripple that Vaporeon somehow. So I'm gonna go to Jack here and see what he's gonna do with this Druddigon. I don't anticipate him staying in with it. He might just sack it off at this point, which is a possibility. But we're gonna go into our little Gourgeist here, which is super duper tiny. He may just sacrifice the Druddigon at this point. I don't know. But we are gonna find out that he's lefties. I knew that, and he is gonna switch. So hopefully into that Vaporeon again, which is his defensive monster. He actually goes into that Vaporeon. That is correct. So now there's a chance here that he is going to he's going to pull some shenanigans against us. I'm going to go for the trick here because I would love to cripple this Vaporeon. I'm sure he knows that he can live any one hit from us. So if I can get a trick off on him, that would be incredibly useful to cripple the Vaporeon and keep it from setting up wishes and getting that reliable recovery. And we are going to successfully trick our choice Scarf over to that Vaporeon, and we're going to take its lefties, which is very, very nice. Now, I know he's got the Icy Wind, but I'm not too concerned about it. I am specially defensive, so I should be able to live this hit without a problem. You can see just how little that's going to do. Not a big deal. And now we have his lefties, and we can actually take these hits all day. So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Now we've crippled his Vaporeon here. So now what I'm gonna do is, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna go back into my my Voltergeist, knowing he's locked in Icy Wind. Now he may switch, but this is my opportunity to go into my Rotom. I potentially get a Pain Split off, get some more health back, potentially burn some stuff. He is gonna switch here. And he is going to go into what? He is going to go into Mr. Man. So he's going to go into his Landorus, looking for an opportunity to set up on us. Now, I did go into my my Rotom here, and I should be able to live any hit from this thing, which is very nice. And I could potentially go for a Will-O-Wisp to try to burn this thing. I could potentially go for a Hydro Pump, which would probably be my best play, knowing that his Vaporeon is Scarf now. I'm thinking that I should just try to go for the burn here, get that residual damage, because I think the Vaporeon switching is just way too obvious. You know, I'm going to make this straightforward play here. I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump. If he goes into his Vaporeon, he goes into his Vaporeon. It's Scarf now, so I'm a little less concerned about it. So he is going to go for the Sludge Wave here. If we live this, which we may, I don't know, we don't have a ton of bulk. We do live on one. We connect the Hydro Pump. This actually might knock out his Landorus here. And it does. Rotom coming up huge right there. Living on one. Rotom Wash kills Landorus with Hydro Pump. And I will go down to the burn. So Rotom Wash dies to Vaporeon Scald Burn. So I'll take that trade all day. Rotom trades for Landorus, and that is fine with me because we got rid of a huge, huge threat just now. Okay, so now I think my next play, he could do a number of different things, but I really like going into my my little Jack here, because Jack is going to outspeed a lot of things in his team, and can put in some work here, especially against a potential Scizor. I could Destiny Bond. I could do it a couple different things, so we may be able to get some momentum here. If he does go into that Hitmon lead, that's a little problematic. In fact, he actually is running out of Altaria switch-ins. Let's go into Jack here. Jack is, I think, the least useful member. He is going to go in Giraffe, which is that Scizor. And he knows I'm leftovers now. So here's a very tricky situation for me. I believe that Scizor will knock us out with any hit at this point. And I also believe that I'm faster than Scizor. So let me see if he's a Choice Banded variant. We're at about 85, so we're about half. His knockoff will knock us out at this range if he's Choice Banded. If he's not Choice Banded, he doesn't knock us out. I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to go for the Destiny Bond and just hope for the best here. If he doesn't knock us out, I can Fire Blast in the following turn. But I'm going to go for the Destiny Bond and see if we could trade this here. He might just go for a U-turn to safely get out of here. But a knockoff will knock us out, and he knows I have leftovers now, especially if he's banded. So if he's not banded, we should live. He's going to switch here. So he makes a switcheroo. He's going to go into his Vaporeon. So he wants to scout, and he's going to scout and find my Destiny Bond here. So now he knows my Gourgeist plans, man, to use this Destiny Bond to hopefully take some Pokemon out. Not going to work in this situation, though. Not going to work at this situation. So Vaporeon is a problem. It's a very big problem for my team right now. So what I need to do, I need to go into my Galvantula at some point. I need to start firing off some hits here. Or I need to go into my Victini. This is a little bit problematic. I don't really have a good switch in here. I can see what he's kind of locking himself into. I can go for a second Destiny Bond. Let me think about this. I don't want to mess this up. I could go into Nimbus, start firing off some Hyper Voices, and I could predict the switch and Fire Blast. I think that's a good play. Let's go into Nimbus. Nimbus is very specially bulky. So even if he were to go for an Icy Wind, I know I could take it, and I can go for a Fire Blast in the following turn and potentially catch that Scizor off guard. So let's see what he's going to do here. He is going to go for the Heal Bell. So he does show the Heal Bell, which is going to heal off Spiky Mikey, and we see his full set now. And I know what his exact set is, and this is very interesting for me. So let me think about this. He's got Alakazam, Landorus is gone, he's got Hitmonlee. If I go for a Cotton Guard here, what can he beat me with? I'm gonna go for the Cotton Guard. Now that I know his Vaporeon is locked, I'm going for Cotton Guard. Now that I know he's locked into, he's scarfed, I can get a Cotton Guard off here, and I can live any hit from any Pokemon all of a sudden, and now I can start firing off some Hyper Voices, which is gonna destroy Spiky Mikey. His Scizor doesn't want to come in because I'll be boosted and I can Fire Blast it. A lot of different options here. Hitmonlee can't touch me if I'm Cotton Guarded, and Alakazam doesn't want to take me on because I'm specially defensive, so I could Hyper Voice that thing too. But we'll see what he's gonna do here. Either way, Cotton Guard is my best play here. That way, because I know he's gonna switch. He's got to switch. So it's either a Hyper Voice or a Fire Blast. I have to predict the switch right. Or a Cotton Guard, which is probably the safest of the plays because any of his physical attackers, Hitmonlee, Scizor, or Druddigon, will not want to take me on if I get the Cotton Guard. So he actually goes for a Heal Bell, which is going to give me a free Cotton Guard. I'm cool with that, man. I am all about that. That's cool with me. Is he just letting his Vaporeon go down at this point? I'm not exactly sure. So what I'm going to do here, let me just run a quick calc on this Altaria versus his Mega Alakazam. I know it gets Dazzling Gleam, so that is something we do have to factor in. I'm pretty sure we can take one, though. We can take one at this range, so that's good to know. I could Hyper Voice and try to start weakening this thing. I can also go for a Fire Blast and predict a switch into Scizor, which is kind of cool. So let's go for the Fire Blast. And we'll see what he's going to do. I'm going to try to catch that Scizor coming in. There's really no reason for me to Fire Blast here, otherwise he might think I'm gonna Hyper Voice, because Hyper Voice is the best way to take down the Vaporeon. I'm sorry, yeah, Hyper Voice is definitely our best way to take down a Vaporeon. It looks like it's about 3 KO now that he doesn't have his leftovers, but we should be able to get this Fire Blast off, and hopefully he'll switch into Scizor here, which definitely seems a bit unlikely, but if it works, it is gonna be amazing. He doesn't really have any good switch-ins to our Altaria right now, so because Druddigon can't come in. He is going to switch. Please go into your Scizor. That would be absolutely wonderful. I would really appreciate that. He goes into Giraffe. I got to hit this Fire Blast. If he's not offensively invested, this is going to absolutely destroy him. The Fire Blast does connect. This may knock out the Scizor here. It should. And it does. Altaria put in the work. Altaria kills Scizor with Fire Blast. And that is absolutely wonderful. So we get rid of that thing. Here comes Mustachio, which is his whatchamacallit, this guy. I have to switch, though. I cannot stay in here. It's too risky. My best play is most certainly going to Pepe here. Pepe is designed to take on Mustachio with that Assault Vest. As much as I want to stay in here, it's not worth taking the Dazzling Gleam at this point with my Nimbus because I need this to beat Druddigon. It's really my only answer to Druddigon at this point in the match, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's all good. But we got rid of the Scizor, which was the hugest threat for us. At this point in time, Nimbus actually has a chance to just kind of destroy the rest of his team if I play it properly. But that's okay. We're going to go into... we're going to make this work here. We got this. We're going to go into my Skuntank here, which can then Pursuit Trap Mustachio. As long as he doesn't have Substitute, we can Pursuit Trap him and really catch him off guard. I mean, we're going to have Sucker Punch Pursuit shenanigans, so... And weakening this thing will be really nice. So he's really thinking about his move here. I don't think Mega Alakazam wants to take a Pursuit. No, it does not. Actually, Pursuit does Oko. Most variants of Mega Alakazam. So that's that. We got that going for us. So, and I don't really think he can do much to us. Like, I don't really think... Yeah, the most he could do is, like, Focus Blast is, like, 40%. It's not even a 2 KO, so... We'll see if he's going to predict my switch in his gun. He stays in. He stays in because he would have... He could go for a Substitute here. He could do a couple different things, but I would imagine he's going to Hidden Power. So he actually fails to Mega Evolve which is one of the rules. So he goes for the HP ground, it looks like. So technically, that's a little bit of an issue. Let me just see if he says anything. Forgot to mega question mark. I'll message him really quick and just kind of see if he says anything about it. But I feel like we're probably just going to keep playing. He said I was sure I clicked it. It's all good. Wanna just keep going. Let's see what he says. It does obviously impact a little bit of the damage. I'm not sure how he's gonna feel about it. I just said want to keep going. So I personally don't want to replay everything at this point in time. He said, yeah, it was my own fault. So we're just gonna keep playing. I'm gonna go for the pursuit, which is my play here. If he stays in, he stays in, it's fine. I'm gonna try to hit him as hard as I can with a pursuit. And this is the pursuit Sucker Punch mind games here. Sucker Punch would knock him out. I am worried that he might have a substitute move on there, but he went for HP ground. Might be able to live 2 more of them. I gotta keep an eye on the damage. But he is gonna actually Mega Evolve and stay in this time. So actually with the extra damage, he might be able to knock us out here with the 2 HP grounds. But we're at 126, so let me see where we end up here. He's gonna trace our Aftermath, of course, not a big deal. And he is going to go for the substitute here, which is fine because I do have the pursuit. And that will break his substitute. So I had a feeling he would have substitute on this thing. And that's fine with me because the lower he is, if we could break his substitutes, that's really good. He can't switch now. My play here is a very tough play. I'm gonna actually just continue to click pursuit. Now I understand that there's a chance that he's gonna try to, keep subbing. He might switch. He might, try to predict the Sucker Punch here. These are the Sucker Punch pursuit games. I'm just gonna click pursuit, man, because I don't want to take the chance of the Sucker Punch and the substitute and whatever else. I'm just gonna keep clicking pursuit, and we'll make it work. So I could Poison Jab too as another option, but pursuit is the play. Again, if he knocks me out, he knocks me out. Like, I can go into Victini after this and I can U-turn out. Now that I know his Druddigon doesn't even have Rocky Helmet, I can U-turn and get the momentum if I need it. I am Scarf Victini, which is really nice. So we have a couple different options there. And I still have my Gorgeist to help me against the Hitmonlee, which is nice in case he tries to go for like a fake out normal gem. He is gonna go for the hidden power here, of course. So we're at 126. So that brings us down to 58. So it does look like he will knock us out at this point in time. My pursuit's gonna come off here, and that is actually gonna knock him down to a very low amount of health. Now, I think my best play here is actually Sucker Punch to save Pepe. It could mean I don't get the kill on the Alakazam if he switches here. But I do still have a Scarf Victini. I still have a couple different options. So I'm gonna go for the Sucker Punch this time. He's gonna switch. That's the Sucker Punch mind games, dude. He wins. He wins this one. So he's gonna go to Vaporeon now. He wins the Sucker Punch mind games, guys. And he's gonna get out of there. Had I pursued it, that would have been nice, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go for the Poison Jab this time on the Vaporeon and just knock it out. Or not knock it out, but hit it pretty hard. I had the AV here, so I actually probably live this Icy Wind. We do. We live it with no problem here. I get a Poison Jab off. This is good because this is good damage on this Vaporeon. I know he's locked in Icy Wind, so I'll take it. And we get the Poison, which is wonderful. So now we're going to get some residual damage on this Vaporeon. I know I could live one more hit too, and that really, really helps. That's really, really helpful here. I know he's locked into it. I'm just going to go for a second Poison Jab, and I should be able to live the Icy Wind. So we're going to get a couple Poison Jabs off here, and I should be able to live. Again, we live it on 15. So we're definitely slow, but these Poison Jabs are coming in clutch because they're really starting to weaken this Vaporeon. And Alakazam is out of the range of setting up another substitute, which is really nice. So we got that going for us. Now, he may predict the Sucker Punch at this point in time. Very likely. And that's fine. If he does, that's fine. I'd rather get the damage off. So we are going to connect here with a Sucker Punch. It's going to do a good amount to the Vaporeon. It's going to bring him down in the range where he might not be able to live here. But Vaporeon kills Skuntank with Icy Wind. So there goes Skuntank, and will he live or die to the poison here? He is going to live on just a sliver of health. Now, I know he's Scarfed, so that's kind of scary. But I'm thinking what I should do here is this is an opportunity for Nimbus to come in and set up a beautiful Roost here or a Cotton Guard, one of the two. Got a couple different options. I know he's going down on this turn, so I think I should actually Roost up here, get my health back. Now, I know I'm going to lose I'm going to lose a little bit of momentum here, but I'm going to go for my Roost because I know I can take the Icy Wind. It's not going to do anything. He's going to die to poison anyway. So Skuntank kills... Oh, that was a big hit there. Was that a crit? Yeah, it was. Kills Vaporeon with Poison from Poison Jab. So that crit definitely kind of unfortunate, man, because now you can see instead of us being at about full, we actually are a little bit lower here, and I didn't get my Cotton Guard up, so not exactly what I wanted to see there, but that's okay. That's okay. Now the biggest thing is his Alakazam actually can beat our Altaria. Well, maybe. I have to keep Altaria as healthy as possible because I need it to be Druddigon, and I need it to take on the Hitmonlee. We still have Scarf Victini in the back, which is very nice. V-Create is gonna hurt whatever comes in, and I know he doesn't have rough skin, or I know he doesn't have Rocky Helmet. He has leftovers on his Druddigon, so it's gonna be interesting. Skunk Tank's down. I still got Gourgeist. Victini is there to clean up. Obviously, that Hitmonlee is a bit scary, especially if it's got knockoff. Here comes Mustachio. Not surprising to see this thing. Again, this thing is a huge threat. It's going to get our Pixelate. It shouldn't be able to set up a substitute at this point, though. Should not be able to set up a substitute. So my least useful member of the team at this point in time is definitely Jack, in my opinion. I think I should send in Jack here and let him go down. Then I can go to Victini and go for a U-turn, get some momentum, and potentially pick up the kill. So let's do that. Let's go into Jack, because getting that U-turn off will give me the momentum. It'll either knock out the Alakazam or give me free switching to Altaria to click a Hyper Voice against the Druddigon. So that's kind of my thoughts there. So we're going to get the heck out of here. We're going to go straight into our Gourgeist, essentially sack it off. I don't believe he has enough health to get a substitute up, so we should be okay. And if he has Recover, then just props to him for running Recover on his Alakazam. I don't really anticipate that, but we're going to find out. He's got the Alakazite, and he goes for the Psyshock here, so we kind of figure out most of his moveset. He's got one more move. Assumingly, it is most likely going to be, whatchamacallit, I don't know. But, alright, so here's what I'm going to do. On the off chance he switches here, I'm going to just go for a Fire Blast. I'd imagine he just knocks me out here. He might think I have Shadow Sneak, though, which is kind of funny. I don't, but I could go for an HP Ice on something, which could work. Let's just go for the HP Ice. In case he goes into Druddigon, I'll get some chip damage. He's going to switch here, so he's actually fearing that I do have Shadow Sneak, which I don't. So here comes Spiky Mikey. We're getting a huge HP Ice off on this thing, which is actually really funny because it's Mold Breaker. Oh, now we see that he's Mold Breaker Spiky Mikey. So the truth comes out. HP Ice comes off and does a tremendous amount. He is very, very specially defensive. Very, very specially defensive. All right. I don't know what this thing is going to do now. I don't want to be set up on by this thing, but I also don't want Jack to really like stay alive, so I'm just gonna Destiny Bond, and we'll see what he's gonna do. I mean, he's got Stealth Rocks, he's Mold Breaker, so he's probably got Sucker Punch, which is kind of funny. He probably has Sucker Punch. We saw Stealth Rocks. Here comes the Sucker Punch. That's fine. I'm gonna go for the Destiny Bond, dude. So if you wanna play those games, I'm ready for it. Now I'm pretty sure the way the mechanics of Destiny Bond work is if I attack him here and he knocks me out, I'm pretty sure we're actually okay. I think he actually still goes down to Destiny Bond. So I'm going to go for the HP Ice. That is going to be my play. I'm going to click HP Ice. If he knocks me out with Sucker Punch this time, then I believe he goes down. So the Hidden Power comes off here. So he might have won that prediction game, but I'll get the little Hidden Power damage, a little tiny chip damage there. He goes for the Toxic. So we see Toxic and Sucker Punch on this dude. So Toxic, and we saw Sucker Punch. Which leads me to believe he really can't touch me on my Altaria anyway. And he's just getting some health here. So I don't want to go into Altaria because of the rocks damage and because I don't want to take a Toxic on Altaria, especially if I could scare this thing out. So I'm thinking what I should do here is we're kind of in a bad spot, in all honesty, because he could switch out into Hitmonlee, which I don't want to have happen, because Hitmonlee could be kind of annoying against us. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to keep clicking Hidden Power. Or do I Destiny Bond this time? Destiny Bond makes so he can't like knock us out on the next turn at least. But he's probably just gonna wait for Toxic to kill me at this point. Let's go for the Destiny Bond. See what he's gonna do. He goes for Sucker Punch, so that's fine. We'll get our Destiny Bond off here. And now if he Sucker Punches us again, he goes down, so he can't Sucker Punch us. He's most likely gonna go for a Toxic here, which is totally fine. So kind of a little stally part of this match. But I want to hit the HP Ice here and try to weaken him just a little bit. And you can see, I think we go down in one more turn, pretty sure. So I'm gonna just go for the HP Ice here, get a little chip damage. Maybe he'll have a lapse in judgment. He'll go Sucker Punch. He's not going to. We'll get the HP Ice off here and just a little tiny bit of chip damage. Get him a little bit more weak. He goes for the Toxic again. Trying to avoid the switch into my Altaria is really what it is. But the nice thing is, once Altaria comes in, it gets a kill, essentially, at this point in time. So I really lose nothing there. Now, he's probably going to just... let me see here. I'm probably just going to HP Ice this time. I don't think he's going to attack me. The chances of me going for Destiny Bond are just way too high, so I'll just HP Ice. He's going to switch, so he will take the HP Ice. He did not want me to get that free switch in Altaria. In comes Mustachio. Now, will Mustachio go down is the question to an HP Ice. I doubt it. I mean, this is a Gourgeist. It's not very specially offensive, but if this actually kills, I'll actually laugh like really hard. It does not kill, of course not. Why would it kill? But that's okay. Gourgeist dies to Druddigon Toxic. Okay, so that's fine with me. This gives me a free switch into my Victini now, which does have an opportunity to just simply U-turn out and give me the momentum I need. So let us go into our Victini here. That is the play. That is the play. So we go into Victini now, and we are Choice Scarf Victini. So I know I outspeed his Alakazam, specifically designed to outspeed Alakazam. So I'm just gonna go for the U-turn here. I lose nothing by it. Now that I know he's not Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, Druddigon, that's okay. Totally fine by me. So we'll just go for the U-turn. That'll give me the momentum I need to go into my Altaria, which does immediately threaten out his Hitmonlee and his Druddigon with Hyper Voice. He's gonna switch out here, which is actually even better for me, because this gives me an opportunity to go straight into my Altaria. This is great. This is great for me, actually. He goes into Spiky Mikey, but we know it's Mold Breaker, so not really too concerned about that. So I know I don't have to worry about taking any damage here. I get the U-turn off, and now I get to go into my Altaria here. Now, I want to just take a quick look at something. If he does have Druddigon, and he's Mold Breaker, does that get rid of my Pixelate? Is that a weird question to ask? It does not. So we just go into Altaria here. Now, he would need a tremendous amount of speed investment to outspeed us, basically, which I know he does not have. Even max speed, unless he's Jolly, does not outspeed me here. So I'm pretty safe to click Hyper Voice at this point in time. I know he's got Toxic. I know you could do a couple things, but Hitmonlee can't switch in at this point. So I'm just going to click Hyper Voice. It's either going to kill this or it's going to kill something else. So that's going to work for us. Altaria kills Druddigon with Hyper Voice. So Druddigon goes down. Now we're kind of here at the tail end. We've got to deal with the Alakazam, which is incredibly low. And we know we can Sucker Punch it with Galvantula. Gotta deal with that Hitmonlee, and I'm a little bit worried about the Hitmonlee being able to get that fake out normal gem on Burden Boost. But here comes Mustachio. He is actually gonna go into this thing instead. Very surprising to see that. I have to figure out what I want to do here, whether I want to take the hit or whether I want to switch. The thing is, I think Aragog is our least useful member at this point in time. I think that's our safest play here, is to go into Aragog. So that's what I'm going to do. It's a little risky. Let me think this through. If I go into Aragog, I can definitely Sucker Punch and knock him out. I will outspeed the Hitmonlee unless he's unburdened. If I stay in here and I take a Psyshock or a Hyper Voice, or I lose. Victini beats the Hitmonlee, but only if he gets the Unburden boost. I don't beat him, so I really have to figure out a way to not allow that Hitmonlee in to get that Unburden boost, which is really scary because there's not a whole lot I could do about that. So I think I'm going to go into Aragog here and sack it off. And that's kind of what I have to do. If he goes for Fake Out, he's got the Unburden boost. We're going to have a hard time. I don't know what I can do against that. If he has a move to hit Nimbus. If he doesn't, then we're okay. But I'm going to go into Aragog here. And I don't know if we can live a hit, but we're going to try. If I can live a hit here, that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing if I could live this hit. I really don't think we can, but we'll try. We shall try. Let's see what he's going to do here. He's going to go for the Hidden Power. We actually might live this. We actually might live this. Oh, he gets a crit. I think we probably would have lived. I'm going to check. I think we probably would have lived that. That's a kind of a big crit there. I'm pretty sure he was HP ground. He has to be HP ground, actually. Let me see here. Oh yeah, that crit definitely mattered, man. That's it does 52% max. That crit, he got like a high roll and got the crit. So definitely a bit unfortunate there for us, especially. Now here's a tough decision for me. I can go for Bolt Strike here, and if I go for Bolt Strike, do I just kill the Hitmonlee or no? He might not even be. Like I definitely don't want to Bolt Strike. I gotta go for U-turn, I think. I'm gonna go for U-turn because Hitmonlee shouldn't be able to beat Altaria. So I'm gonna go for the U-turn. And I do knock out the Alakazam. So Victini kills Alakazam with U-turn. The reason why that move really stinks a lot right there is for the simple reason that if Galvantula is still alive there, I get an opportunity to go for a Sucker Punch, knock out the Alakazam, or I can click Thunder if he switches. Like, there was a couple different situations there that could have been nice. So the biggest thing is if he's the Unburden Hitmonlee set with Fake Out, we might just lose. I don't know. But here comes the Hitmonlee. Not really anything to do about it at this point. My play here is the Hyper Voice. I'm going to just go for the Hyper Voice. He may have the Fake Out set. So he is indeed the Fake Out normal gem Unburden set, which means he's gonna get the double health there. You can see we could take that pretty well. I don't know if we could take another one, but there's nothing I can do, man. My play is Hyper Voice here. We'll see what he's gonna go for. He does have the Poison Jab, of course, which is gonna hit super effectively. And I believe he is going to take this one here. Hitmonlee kills Altaria with Poison Jab. Definitely unfortunate. I knew that this set was coming. My hope here is that he just doesn't have enough speed investment on this thing, but it doubles his speed, so chances are he's going to have enough speed to knock us out here. I'm just going to go for the V-Create, but I'm sure he'll outspeed us here. He does go for the knockoff, and he's going to pick up the kill, so Hitmonlee kills Victini with knockoff, and we lose 1-0. Definitely kind of a bummer to lose that match. I felt like we had a good chance there, but what are you going to do, man? I had a feeling that Fake Out Hitmonlee was going to be a problem at the end there, but again, he got a couple crits, and that was kind of unfortunate, but that's the way Pokemon goes. What are you gonna do, man? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. That's gonna be it for me, guys. My name is Dan, also by aDrive, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.